Hi guys, and welcome to this playthrough of Goetia. And I have no idea if I pronounced that right, it doesn't really matter. I saw this game on Steam, it looked very interesting. Hopefully it will be, if it's the least scary, which it kind of looks like it's gonna be. I probably will not handle it well, so you know, let's see how that goes. Browsing through some options here first. Couldn't do much there, so yeah. I will do my damnedest not to cheat in this game. Usually I don't have to, but I read that it's pretty difficult. My noble intentions is not to cheat in this game. Okay, let's go. Sound has a particular importance in Goetia, especially in certain puzzles. For an optimal experience, sit in quiet and dark places. Is this a gravestone? Am I supposed to click it? I can't see myself. There's no one here. No, this isn't right. Good. It seems I can still move, in a way, and I can also see things. But I don't feel anything. Stay calm. Something's wrong. Think, Abigail. I know this tree. I'm outside the manor. I just need to think. No, this is wrong. I need to find help. Help! Father? Mother? Annie? Abigail writes down all her thoughts in her journal. Each time this notebook icon appears, you can see her latest ideas regarding recent events. Perhaps they'll reveal some hints about her next goal. Press J to open the journal. I am Abigail Blackwood, daughter of Abraham and Helena Blackwood and Annie's sister. To be honest, that's all I remember after the fall and my final scream. I don't really understand what I am or what's happening. I need to find help. I need to find my family. There's some other icons here I can't click yet, so... Oh, she's following. Scared the crow. No. Go to the moon. No. Alright. That's strange. There's a hexagonal shape carved out of the pedestal, as if something had been taken out. I don't think I saw that before. By holding CTRL, you can highlight every noticeable element in the scene. A magnifying glass will appear in every clickable object. The gate is closed and covered in rust. How can I open it? Unless maybe I could go through it. Oh my god. Blackwood Manor, just like in my memories. I was born and died here. I remember this window. That's where I fell. It was cold. No leaves on that tree. We're still in winter, but I don't feel cold. A light? Maybe there's someone there who can help me. How do I get in? Going through the gate was easy, but such an obstacle. She did it, guys! No locked doors. Impossible! It's terrifying, but rather handy. She's optimistic. These stairs aren't quite as impressive as I remember. They're covered in dust. Even this vase wasn't quite dull looking before. Is my mind playing tricks on me? Ivy inside the manor? This is starting to look like a bad dream. The candles are lit. There must be someone around. Father usually works late at night. Who could have drawn this map? The names remind me of Father's studies, but he would never have taken these documents out of his office. Okay, so we're here. Fields of stone, right? No, I guess this is where we're supposed to go. We're probably here in the hallway, and here's the stairs. This map makes no sense! Each note, journal, book and poster you read is stored in the codex. No need to retrace your steps. Everything's here. Proceed to open codex. Right. Everything's here is a lie. Oh, there. Okay. Handy. The wallpaper wasn't torn before. Mrs. Ward would never have allowed that. Am I really at the manor? Damaged tableware. The manor seems abandoned. I don't understand. My grandparents used to hunt deer in the wood in the on the manor grounds. Good evening, Jack, Rufus, Ted, and Molly. Good evening. Right. Okay. Everything is so dilapidated. I don't recognize this chair. The odd man out. A small part of my grandfather's mineral collection. What are these? Someone draw some symbols here. Does this have anything to do with demonology? Father's studies. I can't work out which demons these symbols represent. I really need help. What? These walls clearly don't want anything to go through them. Oh, is there a way to get through? Okay, alright. These sheets have been folded neatly. Someone still cares about these things. Okay. A view of the manor in the fog. Something about this painting troubles me, but I can't tell what. You can't tell what? This couch seems comfortable enough to have a rest. If only I could. The Problems of a Ghost. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Something written in the margin. Property of Alexander Hodgkin. That name's new to me. Father's office. His safe haven. The place where he did all his experiments, is esoteric and otherwise. I like this place. If father is at the mansion, this is where I'll find him. But can people see me? I won't be able to talk to him. And what will he do if someone? And what will he do if he somehow recognizes me? Everything is so inconsistent, different, but also similar. Maybe I should find more hints about what's going on before I see him. No. Alright, sorry. Ooh. Can't I enter? No, apparently not. Okay, well, there was nothing else here, so let's go upstairs. Can I? Sure as hell I can. Oh my god, this is so creepy. That woman does not have a face. I was gonna say a mouth. Oh my god! Chills! I can't do this! I'm so crappy. Okay, I can do this. I get goosebumps. I mean, I'm okay. These walls clearly don't want anything to go through them. Is there a way to get through? Okay. It doesn't look like any of the clocks in the manor are working. We just passed one that was click, clicky, clicky. But I'm not particularly worried about that right now. Alice in Wonderland, what's it doing? There's a note hidden between the pages. The handwriting's rather clumsy. It doesn't look much different from mine. It must have been written by a child. I'm not gonna read the book part because it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna read the little note here. If I can make it out. Edward, Alexander and Jay sneaked into Father's laboratory and we found something interesting. There's this weird powder. I will show you how it reveals hidden writings. Know this, you just have to pour the powder on the paper to reveal the ink. Alexander, I think it says Alexander, told me to keep some of it. Now we can start writing coded messages! Why do I... Mother's favorite cane. Okay, the fucking day? Damn it, I'm freaking out. Books on botany and chemistry, nothing I need right now, okay. I've never seen this dresser open. I think Father was hiding important documents inside. I can't open it. There's all kinds of jars here, but nothing that'll help me understand what's going on here. One of Father's most disconcerting hobbies, collecting keys from which there is no keyhole. Yeah. Why would anyone hide a Virgin Mary behind lock and key? That's my neighbor renovating, by the way. Okay. Oh, there's a button thingy. Really want to know what this switch is for. Something important has been hidden in the cupboard. Some accounting, invoice, deed of property, and what's this? Oh. Entry of death. Death certificate with Father's name on it? It's impossible, I can't believe it. He was 76? But how? What happened to me? What about Mother and Annie? 1939? My latest memory dates back to 1902. This must be a bad dream. So much of this doesn't make any sense. I need to understand what's going on. Father's office. He must have taken notes. Maybe his research can help me. These don't look like Mother's plants. She always liked flowers better. Someone's been looking after them, though. Jesus. Goosebumps. I never really liked newspapers. Wait, 2nd of February 1941? No, that can't be. It's been 39 years? That's impossible. This is a nightmare. Different plants, different books. Something's going on here. Yeah, girl, you did. Maybe I can... I'm not scary. Can I take her with me when I go? Oh, I could. Wow. See? Click, click, click. None of the clocks are working. Bullshit. Can I... How did I go out? The door's locked? Right, I can't go through with this item. Hey. Later. Later, Mary! Spooky shadows ain't my thing either. Okay, this book seems important. And they're well worn. Alright. Have you ever heard the story of Icarus, who flew too close to the sun? Let me tell you our version of that ancient story. A man who thought himself a great alchemist and master of elements of nature found an all-forgotten grimoire that would teach him to summon demons and command them to carry out whatever he wanted. Now this man gained his power by following the lead of those before him. That is to say, he had used the result from experiments performed by other masters to appear wise to those around him. However, while he was good at applying that which he had learned from others, his ability to think on his feet and to reason was lacking. This man loved a woman whom he had never spoken to. He watched her from afar, admiring her beauty and dreaming of what it would be like if she was his wife. He spent so much time in the world of fantasy where she was his that his obsession had started to take toll on him. He couldn't sleep, eat, and became isolated from his friends. The direction in the book were clearly laid out, and because of his adeptness at following instructions in his alchemical manuals, he thought he could master demons as quickly as he mastered alchemy. Out of desperation for this woman, he summoned a demon named Beleth, who it was said could create love between a man and a woman. Sensing his desperation, the demon came to his summons, and the man was sure it was his skill that brought Beleth to him so quickly. He commanded the demon to bring his love to him with haste and without harm befalling her. The demon laughed, saying it was an easy task, as the woman felt the same way as the man, but he would require a single action from the man to ensure success. Ecstatic, the man agreed to whatever Beleth needed to accomplish the task. The demon dictated a love letter to him, telling him to send it to his love on a specific date using the exact words he gave him. After the man dismissed the demon, he immediately wrote the letter that Beleth had dictated to him, word for word, and set it aside, waiting for the appropriate day to mail his note. When the day came to mail the letter, his love went to a spiritualist to speak to her beloved mother, who had passed when she was young. When the medium called the spirit of her mother, Beleth came in disguise and told her of the letter that she would receive. He told her that the man who wrote it was a necromancer and meant to do her family harm. Knowing exactly what the man had written, Beleth easily scared off the man's love and destroyed his reputation in the process. Just like Icarus, his overconfidence had destroyed him. However, we can learn one more lesson. Without the ability to reason, to create and innovate, a master is not a master. Never take what you read or see at face value, and that includes anything and everything that I write you. Or just pretty much dismiss everything we just read. Right. At least we did it. This one looks different. The buildings and renovations of churches. I think I remember hearing about a chapel in the woods near the manor. No, no churches in the wood. Books about Magic? Not a science I'm familiar with. Blinking light, guys. Father may not have been fond of horses. This statuette is gorgeous, but I don't remember it either. You don't remember a lot of things. There's only this light to illuminate the whole room. It's so dark and oppressive. Yeah. Pencils, notebooks, and newspapers. Mother, since you will not listen to reason, I must stop you myself. I apologize for stealing your notes, but I see no other way. Gabriel may be the oldest, but he has no idea what you are up to. I will be back for young Edward and Robert. I forbid you from trying anything with them, or you will dearly regret it. This has all gone on long enough. Farewell, A. I don't recognize Father's handwriting in this notebook. I did not realize the reading would be... Okay. It's very difficult to read this handwriting. Okay. The 12th of March. Writing a journal have never interested me up until now, but these past few days I felt the need for it. All of these things are crowding my mind and I can rarely sleep. I found Father's precious notes today. I discovered what took up all his time. An incredible collection of documents, vague references and crazy writings about demons and seals. Names I know nothing about, enigmatic symbols, drawings, a huge number of documents he used to share with my sweet Abigail an eternity ago. My first instinct was to close this box and put it back where I found it, but curiosity is consuming me. The 24th, almost 2 weeks later. I am voraciously reading Father's documents and am starting to make sense out of them. Maybe he wasn't as mad as his isolation let it on. What I took for a time-consuming hobby was actually an in-depth study of an ancient cult named Goetia. The idea of it still seems crazy, and maybe it is. Goetia is used to call forth demons to ask questions or favors of them. A very human tradition, but these summonings seems to have been possible. Father seemed interested in 5 of these elements: Malfas, Böne, Peep, Fires, and Nubberlub. Blue, red, orange, green, and purple. These notes are very detailed about rituals, formulas, personalities of each entity, strength and weaknesses. I have difficulties believing they really exist. However, Father's studies are so thorough and precise that I am beginning to have doubts. The 12th of May. Curiosity is guiding me towards knowledge. I tried some of the rituals this past week. I am happy I can isolate myself, as I feel somewhat ridiculous saying out loud the summoning words taken from a strange language. I have had no success yet. This quest is consuming me. I spend entire days writing down the questions I want to ask the demons, as well as behaviors and words I should avoid in their presence. I chose Malafus. He seems to be less deranged of the demons among those I read about, and I hope he is not so dangerous. But he doesn't seem to hear me. I'm growing desperate. War is coming, I can feel it. The people of Oakmarch are different, nervous. The enemy is far from our front door, however, and I can't stop but feeling they are reacting strange to my own presence. I couldn't explain this feeling. 15th of July. I feel feverish, confused. I can't sleep, I can't believe it. Malfas answered. I first perceived an undescribable noise, as if a huge hammer was hitting the walls around me. Then a wind filled the room, coming from under the doors. I swear I heard the ruffles of feathers, as if thousands of birds were flying around the room. When he started speaking to me, I froze, too stunned to utter a single word. this fellow, this demon, is particularly charismatic. My first thoughts went to my beloved sister. Abigail would have been so impressed, astonished, moved. I asked the questions I craved answered, for was Abigail with him? Could he find her? He laughed. Malthus has a very charming laugh, very soft. He told me he couldn't bring her back, but that she was well. I should feel calm, but my thirst for answers isn't calmed. 22nd of July. Malthus and I are growing to know each other. It feels so strange to write it thus, and even more strange to live it. This demon is particularly caring, and so I sometimes forget he's an entity of by far superior to us poor humans. It seems I am for him a welcome distraction. He has had little occasion to talk with the living these past 5 millennia. I sometimes think of my dear Joseph, and I feel a guilty relief that he should no longer be of this world. If Father were still alive, my research and my success would have surely filled him with pride. And Abigail, who often mocked my who often mocked my... What is that word? Once faced with Father's experiments. Can she only see me today? Would you be proud of your older sister? I keep my research from the children's reach. They are too young to understand what is at stake, but maybe I can start talking about it with Gabriel. I'm looking forward to sharing my knowledge of the rituals tied to Goetia, but maybe they suspect something. Alexander seems wary lately. 8th of October. They are here. They started bombing London yesterday. Mrs. Matthews and her husband left Oakmarch a few days ago, leaving everything behind. I'm worried. What world will my children grow up in? Can I even imagine what tomorrow will look like? When I asked Malthus, he had this amused look he often has, the one that annoys me so much. Arrogant heap of feathers. He doesn't care, of course. Hell is a far more peaceful place than Earth, he said. 12th of October. I exchanged a few words today with Elrias the Vicar. I couldn't stand not sharing my research, but his reaction surprised me. He told me he had been eagerly waiting this day. Who other than me could know so much about this subject? The vicar offered me his help. How could a man of God conduct such research, trying to call forth demons? I think I'll accept his offer. I only browsed through some of Father's work, and demonic invocations is only a small part of the Goetia, and I can't count on Malthus, who refuses to answer my questions on the subject. But that malicious bard can laugh as much as he wants. I'll get my answers. 2nd of November. Oakmarch is now empty. I have a ghost town at my door. Goetia isn't a discreet art. And I suppose the last rituals convinced the bravest of them to leave their home. Let them go. I don't need their idiotic prejudices. When our enemies will be at our doors, at least I will have something to welcome them with. 5th of November. Gabriel. My sweet Gabriel. I was sure you'd understand. I love you so much. Robert, Edward, I hope you'll understand the importance of this quest. The 12th of December. There is no hope left. I won't be here when these disgusting invaders arrive, but let them try and get close to my children. They will regret it. Come and colonize Oakmarch. See what I care. None of these short-sighted villagers supported me when I needed it. They don't deserve to be remembered. But if they come inside Blackwood Manor, I will rain down hell on them. The 5th of January. Thank you, Anton Alrias, Pastor, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Everything will soon be ready. I won't be here to see the world crumble. You don't look as arrogant and mocking as before, Malthus. Don't worry, I'm not heartless. You won't be alone. A few friends will join you. The spell is sealed. Abigail, please wait for me. Hear me. Heed my call. Oh yeah, this is getting creepy. There's a massive book on this shelf. It must be important. All these books, though. Might be somewhat altered, but even so, there's no way I can read the book without finding anything else. Funny. The bookcase is locked. I can't get this book from off the shelf. Okay. A hollowed skull, one of Mother's eccentric... what? I suppose it must come from the upstairs library. This box contains some kind of white... ooh, this is what we want! Didn't we, like, have that thing with us in this sea thing here? There? I wanna use the powder on that. I don't know, let's see. See? I used to hide in this wardrobe. Annie never found me in here. Oh, she wrote something. The pen is mightier than the sword, and treasures to hide. The pen is mightier than the sword, and treasures to hide in written words. I should try to remember this, yeah.